Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're going to look at my other two Lancers that I've got. So this one here, that one, that's my daily driver. Yeah, I've filmed a bit of footage of that in the daylight. It's a bit dark now, I've just put my kid to bed, and this one here I'm just about to shoot some footage of now. Do a bit of an overrun on both of them and a bit of a yarn, and clearly this one's missing some parts and it's not currently in use, but this is my very first Lancer and the one I'll never sell. So here we have it. This is all of my Lancers are 1982. This one, yeah, it's even still registered for New Zealand roads. For those who aren't familiar, in New Zealand you've got to buy a registration, and Warrant Fitness would have run out by now, but she was legal for the summer that's just been. But there's a reason it's up on the axle stands, and I'll have to excuse my shitty lighting in here. But yeah, I've taken the suspension, so the springs and shocks out of the rear, and the full shocks, and I'll grab this light down, bring it a bit lower, but all the shocks and lower arm and all that's gone out of the front, and it's all ended up in that car, which we'll go through shortly. But yeah, it was an extremely tidy car when I first bought it, and I bought it, it's about 9 years ago now, roughly. As you can see, it's done a few burnouts, and some of this rubber's quite hard to get off, but it's ruined the trims and that in doing so. It's got the double brown fuel cap that came off my very first Sigma sedan. The fuel caps are the same, they just need a little bit of modifying in the hinge bit behind it to make it fit. Yeah, it's got turbo tail lights, so these lights here, they got these grooves in them, and in New Zealand the factory ones are smooth, and these are your turbo or GSR model tail lights in centre garnish. And being a GSL model, it's got the chrome strip on the trim as well, and on the bumpers all the way down the car. It's got the chrome door handles, chrome trim there, which the base models had black handles, black trim there, and they either had a full black trim or they had a black with a little chrome strip on the outside. There's a few different models of trim. Had to stop the video there and move my little garage light. The lighting in the shed's not much. There's only 2 permanent light bulbs, and that light over there and this one here are just ones I can move around and while you're working on stuff. But this dash is immaculate apart from the dust that's on it, which is pretty uncommon for these old Lancers. A lot of them are cracked up and through here around the speakers, which is what that one out there's got. Quite a bad dash. GSL, it's got these, I guess you call it tan coloured door cards. Little stain there, unfortunately. And these seats, front seats, are actually the seats out of that car, and the rear seat door cards are off at the moment. Don't know why I had them off. I was obviously doing something, can't remember where I was. This is one of those cars I haven't worked on in quite a while. but it's relatively tidy. Original carpet. Carpet could do with a bit of a clean, but otherwise it's pretty good. It's missing the stereo there, and the old hippie shit. This stuff's been on here forever. Whole time I've owned the car. Alright, these wheels. They're 14 by 6.5, I think, or 14 by 6. And they're geez, I can't even remember the name of it. I'll try and insert it into the video. I do not. But they're a 3-piece welded wheel, and I've got 5 of them. So this one I've given a little polish up, but realistically I'm gonna send them away and get the centers split and get new outer lips, and I may go for new inner lips too, but these ones are a bit poorer condition. That's why I'm sort of wanting to get them sent away. And you can see the old weld there, the old 3-piece wheels. Yeah, oh there you go. Say there even 6-inch wide, 6 offset, 14s. So 3 of them have got these shitty looking centers, and 2 of them are gold. But yeah, I don't know how common they are really. So the interior on this, we got some Recaro fishnet seats out of a Isuzu Bighorn, I believe they came out of, and that one was originally the driver's seat, hence why it's got a rip on the inside. But on an Isuzu, the adjusters here are where the centre console is, and this is not the room for that. That's why I've swapped drivers and passengers seat around, but they're pretty good nick. Besides that, and the fact that I didn't vacuum this before the video, but yeah, she's got no carpet in the front because it's got a bit of rust underneath the dash that leaks water in when it rains, and you've got the classic cracks in the dash over there. It's the GSL version, so it's got the rev counter in the dash and all those things the basic model didn't have. It's been manual converted because it was actually an automatic from factory. Got some 6x9s just chilling, bit of a nana blanket over the seat, Bluetooth stereo, nothing too fancy. But yeah, originally this was a 1.6 automatic GSL, so it's now got the 2 litre 4G63 and 5-speed gearbox as well. It's lowered on Starion front suspension, and it's got lowering springs with Mirage rear shocks in the back, and this drops it a whole lot from what it was standard. It's quite bouncy, it's quite close to the bump stops, but it's a lot firmer because the rear springs are actually front lowering springs in the rear, and then it's got some other springs all together in the front. Decided to pause the filming last night. It was a bit hard to get the camera to film right in the light that was in here, but here's the motor. It's the same sort of setup as what that car's got. It's got a 4G63 sock, 8 valve out of a Sigma L200, whatever, one of those. It's getting pulled apart at the moment. It's did have extractors and all that on it, and just a standard carburetor. She's done a few burnouts in her time, and it was a mate's birthday or crate day, whatever it was. Got a bit too hot, and now she's quite low on compression, so that motor and box will be coming out and she'll be getting a good birthday. And while it's off the road, I'm going to fix things like this. There's a little bit of rust coming through, pull the windscreen out, all the rest, do the rust properly, and get the panel beating done. This door's a bit dented up, it's probably a bit hard to see in the light, but that's what that yellow door there's for. It's going to get all painted up, go on this, and probably give the car a whole different colour change at some point. But it's on the back burner for now. It's just sitting here looking pretty out of the rain, and we'll come back to it another day, sort of thing. For the old school boys, if you're in New Zealand or anywhere in the world, good website, good forum, that. The old drum brakes, pretty small. Yeah, it's got a turbo steering wheel. I think it's off a Cordia or something like that. And yeah, the result of many of burnouts for the boys over the years. Bit of a shame. It was a mint car, but 18-year-old me thought it was a good idea at the time, and yeah, she's well overdue a big birthday. That's why it's on here on axle stands, so I don't ruin it anymore. Cheers for watching, everyone. Let us know what you think, and there'll be more content to come. Obviously, I've got all sorts of things on the go. This car needs a lot of work, but just wanted to give a general overview of my cars to start with, and we'll go on from there and start getting more in depth as to each individual thing I'm building. Try to do more area specific videos, say engine builds, suspension overhauls, stuff like that. There's always plenty to go, so yeah, let us know what you think, and like, comment, subscribe, give us feedback. Alright, cheers guys, see you next video.